for all my life. They say I'm a failure, end up in jail, I ain't proving right. My mama, she told me before, son, you get I understood, but I ain't see the vision. A nigga kept going, and now I'm winning. Some people I put my trust in, try to fuck with my image. Oh no, you didn't. Some say you forgive, but don't forget it. Now you know how we do. Lock that back door, don't let no one through. I told Michi in these streets ain't no rules. He say, cause all this life we ain't over this. Yeah. And I understand that this shit wasn't easy, but nigga, we did it. Yeah. And all them hoes and all them niggas that wasn't fucking with us, then we them niggas. And now we rich now. We got money. I don't give a shit, no. And we did it. Young nigga come up for nothing, now he getting to them riches. And it's the life of a young rich nigga.
3, 4, 5. Yeah, I ain't playing with your ass. Nigga, I ain't playing with your ass. You chasing greatness. You got greatness talking to you. Become great.
Yo, what's going on, man? Y'all already know who it is. It's your boys, the Rize Podcast, with your boy, Coach Squeeze, a.k.a. the Smoothie King. Right back at y'all with another one. How y'all feeling, man? Y'all already know what it is. It's Friday on the Rize Podcast with your boy, Coach Squeeze. In the building. All right, y'all. If y'all, like I said, if y'all here with me in the chat, that means God blessed us to make it to another weekend. Do me a favor on y'all way in. Smash that like button. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the Rize Podcast. Man, it's an honor, a privilege. We're going to keep going. We're going to keep building to get these numbers up. And let's get this party started. Right? Let's get this party started quickly. Right? I'm watching the fights. The fight's on now. I don't know what time the Deontay Wilder fight come on. Probably come on later. But it is what it is. 5-time world champ, 4 different weight classes. First ballot Hall of Famer, Baltimore's own GTD Promotions. Redesigning minds one mind at a time. We know a mind is a terrible thing to waste. Shout out to www.kenichibed.com. Use code TRP. You'll get 15% off. Also, don't forget, go over to www.narslipgallery.org. Go over to Damari's page. Check out his merch and his artistry. Future world champion. I'm telling you, man, the kid's tough. Shout out to Mid Killer B. Go over to her page, support her and her merch, and keep her in y'all prayers for her recovery. Shout out to Richie Baby for the 5 edits and intros and bringing his cousin on Monday. It was an honor and a privilege. Very intelligent brother. I wish him the best, man. Very well spoken. And he ready to go. He locked in. Shout out John Boy, rest in peace. Rest in peace, Miss Tanya Vandross. Williams Jr., man, it just, I miss her voice. I miss talking to her on FaceTime. But I enjoyed every moment with her that I had. Job well done to both of them. May y'all rest in peace and prayerfully one day we can see each other again. Shout out to Bad Girls Promotions featuring Miss Nikki, a.k.a. Miss Olivia Pope. Keep her in y'all prayers and her recovery. Shout out the EOE, Education Over Everything, my brother movement. Shout out the Just Do Boxing, Four Corners Boxing featuring Maurice and Jenny Jones. Go over there every Wednesday night to check them out. 15 rounds of boxing. Shout out the Hardcore Boxing News, Ant McQueen Boxing, Stretched Out Boxing, AO Clothing Line, Pro Soul Boxing Gear and Clothing Line, Under Armour. Thanks for all that you do. Don't forget to go over to the RizePodcast.com. Get them Smoothie King shirts. Right back at y'all with another one. Everybody should be pumping them. Shout out to 1901 Pennsylvania Avenue, Coach Calvin and Kenny Way. And don't forget, get your Shari's Essentials 12 rolls for $7. Man, shout out to everybody in the chat. They're always showing us love. Last but not least, the official gear boxing. All the fighters wearing it. Y'all can say it with me in the chat, man. They just hooked Smoothie King up with another 3-pack on the shirts. I asked for some shorts too, but I take what I get. I guess beggars can't be choosy. Y'all can say it with me in the chat. 1, 2, 3. Box. Raw. Let me go over here. When we were together, we never turn our backs on each other. Daryl Hop is what it do, family. Stretched Out Boxing, the Rize Podcast is in the building. Hit and like and subscribe before you comment. Melody Queen 27, the best moderator in the game. Salute Coach Squeeze Senior and the Rize family. Peace and blessings. Melody Queen 27. Don't forget to hit the like button on your way in, please, and thank you. Melody Queen 27. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the Rize Podcast. Cash App, $GEESSUS, $Coach Squeeze to support the channel. Get your merch at the RizePodcast.com. Lewis 4500. Abdul Malik, what it do? Eon BS, can't stop. I know. I feel. I'm digging on you, you digging on me, he digging on me, and I can't stop. Nah, I feel. My boy, Eon BS, formerly known as the artist Can't Stop Uncle E. Kareem Hassan, brother Kareem. Brooklyn BZ. Travarius Bowles. Sammy Gant. Tevin will show levels. I'll be back to talk my shit and get my shit clocked. If I'm wrong, LOL. Salute Rize Podcast in chat. I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you too. I'm falling with you too, champ. I'm going with Tevin Funk. Yeah, that's why his name Kid Austin. He gonna sun his ass. He ducking shit, getting sick. That's crazy. Yeah. No, sir, I can't forget the joint. What it do? Brooklyn BZ. Yo, kid's dad making it worse on him. I think Tevin gonna knock him out. Like he said, if kid put up a good fight, he'll get more fights. Yeah. His father, they they at the table doing table talk, face off at the table. The guy questioning them and kid acting like a damn kid. You know, he wants to be in the back talking about Spawn and all that, man. Let that man be a man, man. He tried to be Bill Haney so bad. They out here living through their kids. They out here living through their kids, man. That's crazy. And then one of them probably ain't want their parents even in their business. No, because I seen the interview. He in the back. You wasn't at the table. You shouldn't have said nothing. That kid Austin was talking all soft and no bite to him. I know talk is cheap, but god damn, you gotta say something. Yeah. You gotta say something, man. He all in there talking about Kid Austin to spar with the likes of Shakur Stevenson. Floyd, he sparred with Sean Porter, Shakur Stevenson. All of them call him in camp. They gauge him. Dude, like, please, man. Please. Ishmael Hassan. True. Yeah, Eon BS. I don't care too much for him neither. I ain't gonna sound like him because I don't know him as a person. But we done seen that too many times over the years, not just in sports, and when parents overseeing their kids and acting. We seen our boy Gary Coleman go through hell suing his parents and shit because they was taking his money, living through their kids. A lot of the parents that's bringing their kids through music, Candy Burris went through it with her mother, with her career. Can't live through these kids, man. Be their support, be their voice of reasoning when they not doing what they supposed to be doing, but let them. You see Venus and Serena Williams, parents ain't do that. All you used to see is her mother in the crowd, and only when her father said something, and they went over to him and said something to him. So, you know, and he made sure they got a fair shake. That's what you do, man. He act like he fighting Tevin Farm. No harm, man. I hope Tevin beat the shit out of him, to be honest. ERBS right on 100. Let that man speak for himself. Honestly, they shouldn't allow him in the damn interviews. No, they shouldn't. Miss Melody Queen 27, the best moderator in the game. Sister Schofield wasn't going to still until they called him up to that table. Attention, you know what? Abdul Malik, his dad is the worst. Daryl Hopkins, I think Wilder still got more Doug in him. He got to bring it out. Brooklyn BZ, me being a boxing mom, I would never do that to my son. These dads be out here tripping for real. Yeah, let them kids grow up, man. Only way he gonna become a man if you let him fall down and scrape his knees. Yeah, like I say, he irritating to me though. I say that. He irritating. I can't say I don't like him because I don't know him as a person, but I could tell being around him could be a debacle. Like you could tell his ways and his attitude. A dude Malik, right? Like he trying to make his son something like he really like that. Well, we gonna see tomorrow night. Because all he gonna do is go wild. And he always mentioning Sean Porter's name. You ain't Sean Porter. Sean Porter has skill with his pressure. Soldier J, what it do, Squeeze? Now, people want to see kid get hurt. So his dad could cry in the car. It's not the youngin' fault. His pot of fruitcake. Eon BS. Malik, yeah, bro. It's ridiculous. Kid don't even have a voice. Nah. He might as well tie some strings to his ass and move his arms and lips for him. Abdul Malik, it's one thing to support your son, but when you want to be the center of attention, that's what makes it so corny. Yeah. Yeah, man. Stay out of it. Like, let the boy be a man. Can Wilder, we talk about, can Wilder make a comeback? Tevin get over the hump, and Norman versus Haney fight off. Shit. That fight went number one. You think Devin gonna get in there with some damn Brian Norman? Stop. Yeah. Stretched out boxing. They trying to be more famous than their kids. That's all it is. Somewhere along the line, he ain't get the success that he wanted to get and reach. So that's what's going. He gonna go through his son with that dream. No, Devin ain't fighting no Brian Norman. Hell no. Devin wouldn't fight Brian Norman in a dream. He'll lose to Brian Norman in a damn dream. He'll wake up in the middle of the night sweating. Was I just in the ring with Brian Norman? Did he hit me? Stop. I want to rock. I want to rock. I want to rock. I want to rock right now. I'm a bass and I came to get down. I'm not internationally known, but I'm known to rock a microphone because I get stupid. I mean, outrageous. Stay away from me. It's a contagious. No, I'm a winner. No, not a loser. The beat. Chub rock. I want to rock. I want to rock. Party people. My boy Chub Rock. What it do, nephew? Hope you enjoyed your birthday and your twin daughters, man. What it do, Uncle Squeeze? I'm in the building. You my day champ. Oh, man, I appreciate that. Yeah, man. Yeah, my man. I'm glad. Yeah, man. You know, like I say, man, he on the side. He on the sideline. Chin. Yeah, he's not, man, and he can't do it. Nobody can. Yeah, he's not. Come on, man. Let the man become a man, yo. And he sit there so Kid Austin with his Mr. Peanutty buddy head ass be sitting there with no expression. And somebody in the comments dirty, they say, you need to stop letting your father shape your head up, giving you that bowl of milk shape up. Crazy. You don't even let the boy go to the barber shop. That's crazy, yo. Like Greg Hackney called him a house cat. He got mad as I don't know what Greg Hackett called Kid Austin a house cat. Yo, he was like, what's your record? I don't know how you about, I wouldn't have you coaching none of my fighters. You 2-45. And Greg Hackett like, I'll beat you up. Yo, come on, where you at? I'll pull up. Man, sit down, man. Sit down. Probably with somebody's wife in prison. Yeah, they call him Zesty. He don't care. Yeah. A Broadway Beats. He don't want to be all in the videos like no Diddy. His ass would be in jail. He better stay up out of those videos. They under indictment. And they ran out of baby oil. Stretched out boxers say he got that Stephen A. special haircut. Yeah. Looked like the wind blowing on his forehead. Yeah, Greg made him mad. Yeah. Rick, RIQ, he made him mad, yo. Made him mad. Greg, like, I'll beat you up. Yeah, he crazy, man. Everybody, you talking about you spawned Shakur and them, but you duck Shakur. If that wasn't the biggest duck move I ever saw, man, crazy. I believe he fighting them all when I see it. I believe he fighting them all. Deontay F. Oh, there go my boy. There you go. In the chat. Jojo. Deontay. Dalvin. All my life, I pray for someone like you. And I thank God that I finally found you. All my life, I pray for someone like you. And I hope that you feel the same way too. Jojo, Casey, Dalvin, Devontae, Nick Wack, Patty Wack, give a dog a bone. Come on, man. Yo, I appreciate you, yo. At least you got a good sister Hubert, Devontae. I appreciate that, man. A lot of people, they take it personal. Oh, man, he beat Jesus. He could beat Jesus. They come over here, it's just boxing, man. Man, you know, it's just, yeah, that's my favorite episode, too. Yeah, man. And Thomas Hitman Hearns, when he was up on the wall, and he had the knots. Jesus, give me a kiss. The knots all over his head. Yeah, man. I'm glad Deontay a good sport, though, man. Yeah, but, yeah, man. He got, hey, Deontay F, what you feel about, Floyd Schofield father putting his mouth in his son business, not letting him be a man? What's your outlook on that, Deontay? How you feel about that? Let me know your thoughts, champ. Yeah, man. But what y'all think about Deontay too? What y'all think about Deontay? I'll see how he look tomorrow. I see how he look tomorrow. Hope he ain't fighting just for money, though. Hope he ain't just fighting for the money, man. Them guys make plenty of money, and they go through that money, man, and don't make smart investments. But I know Deontay was taking care of his daughter, you know. Okay. He say, Deontay say, ain't none of my business, but I got Schofield winning though. Okay. I respect that. Tevin Farmer gonna school him. Tevin gonna school him though. Tevin might get him out of there in 9th, 10th round. Yeah, Tevin got too many tools in the tool bag. He gonna smoke kid, man. He gonna smoke him, yo. All them angles, boxing, turning, twisting. He gonna eat him. He definitely gonna eat him. I hope so, Deontay. I hope so. I hope you're right, man. I hope you're right. I do want to see a good fight. I know Kid Austin a little while. He brandishes power a lot. I really don't see no skill with Kid. Just rough, rugged, and raw. Cause you know he always mentioning Sean Porter as a gauge, you know. So Brooklyn BZ, Tevin says 7th round, Kid going down. Joseph Foster, Tevin was overweight by, he didn't make it, 135.4. Deontay F, I was excited for that Keyshawn versus De Los Santos fight for real. Me too, yo. I don't know what's wrong with these guys, man. Totally unprofessional. De Los Santos still got paid, though. He still got paid. Yeah. Then you're going to sit in the crowd and eat chicken tenders and stuff. The business, man. Come on, Keyshawn. Every time I get behind these kids, man, they let me down. I'm going back and forth with Coach Kenny, limp ball small me, out of my gym for you, sticking up for your ass, and that's how you repay me. Come on, man. You gotta do better than that, man. What that? 14 pounds? Come on, man. You heard Tank might work with Rize. He on BS. He was high as a kite. Yeah. Something wasn't right. Something wasn't right, man. Something was wrong with him. Dwayne Haskins. Yo. What it do? Oh. Okay. Yeah, Eminem, popcorn. No professionalism, man. All the people came out to see him, man. Spent their money, and booked hotels, used personal time, took days off, and that's how you repay him. Clay Robinson, what it do? Right back at you with another one. Oh, okay. I ain't hearing nothing about it, but that's cool. I guess like you say, Deontay Wilder ain't none of my business. I don't care who he worked with. I just want to see him work. I just want to see him get his mental health together and do what he gotta do, man. That's all I want to see. Him get his head together and do what he need to do. El Rafael Boxio. Yeah, Clay Robinson. What up? Smash that like button, please, y'all. Happy Friday to y'all who just joined us. If you wasn't listening up to date, we talked about Wilder. Can he make a comeback? The Tevin, Hump Farmer, and Floyd Schofield Jr. and Norman versus Haney fight off to catch y'all up to speed. Smoothie King, right back at y'all with another one. Melody Queen 27. Don't forget to hit the like button on your way in, please, and thank you. Yeah, man. Let's see, man. Let's see what Deon. We'll see what Deontay do. We'll see what he do tomorrow. We'll see where we at. We'll gauge it. Yeah. I think Deontay Wilder best years is behind him. Yeah. I think Deontay best years is behind him. Yeah, he ain't got that hunger like he used to have. So that's how I see it, man. That's how I see it. But not to be jumping around. That I seen a Now Lady Head interview podcast today. He was right about. I agreed with him about the Devin Haney debacle. He was PD at postpartum or whatever they had damage from the Ryan Garcia fight, and he didn't want to get hit. So, yeah, he fight tonight, Daryl Hopkins. Me neither. Me neither, Clay Robinson. As much as I root for him, I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah. It'd be nice. It'd be nice. But I don't think so. The bronze bomber. I don't think we're gonna see that Deontay Wilder no more, man. To be honest. Yeah. Crazy. Because you gotta have that hunger, man. You gotta have that hunger. If that hunger ain't there, it's tough to be getting in that ring, man. I'll be seeing a lot of the fighters at the gym be damaged from getting dropped or knocked out or knocked down. So, Clay Robinson say, who y'all like versus Jake Paul and Julio Cesar Chavez Jr.? I like Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. You know I ain't going with no whoever Jake Paul fight, I'm going against the opposite. Yeah. Brooklyn BZ, you going to Jake Paul? I know Chavez, he gas or whatever, but I'm still going with him. But you know, Jake Paul, he picking these fights nice. I ain't mad at him. I ain't mad at him, man. I ain't mad at him. Dwayne Haskins say, Julio. All right, come on in. Let me know who y'all got. Jake Paul or Chavez? Mike Ryan, what it do, champ? Brooklyn BZ. He's never going to fight somebody that can beat him. He lost to Tyson Fury, brother, didn't he? Didn't he lose to Tyson Fury, brother? Joseph Foster say he got Jake Paul. Let me know who y'all got. Let me know, Jake Paul or Chavez Jr. It's a tough fight for Jake, though. It's a tough, because Chavez is tough, man. Definitely can't question his toughness. That ain't the question. It always been his work ethic. Who y'all got? Clay Robinson, Jake Paul picking and choosing. Yeah, he is like a little bee. Brooklyn BZ, yes, he did. And we all thought he was going to win that one. Tommy Fury surprised us. Yeah. Make it look realistic. God, make it look realistic, man. But yeah, man, back with Timothy Desert Storm Bradley was talking about when he fought Paletnikov. If I'm saying his name right, that he was concussed in that fight. But when he came back, he had to evaluate himself. Can't be scared to get hit. Brooklyn BZ say that's boxing. A win is only the right punch away. Stretched out boxing. The thing is, Jake, don't be scared. Clay Robinson. Will Jake Paul get the recognition that he deserves after this fight if he wins? Possibly. Possibly. We'll see. Tomorrow night. I don't know, man. They might give it to him. Julio Cesar Chavez was tough, though. Tom Fury is a bum. Non-Mastermind 3. It should be. Do you think it'll be announced for Tank and Roach rematch soon? It should. July's here. It should, champ. Hopefully that fight will be rematched, man. I mean, be announced. I get tired of waiting. Brooklyn BZ. No, the thing is, Jake really training. Julio Cesar Jr. hasn't fought and how long he coming off the couch for a payday. I doubt he even trained for this fight. Very possible. Brashy McClendon. Yes, it will be announced soon. And it's still August the 16th. Yeah. Like you say, you're just getting up off the couch. Getting a payday. I like the Chavez. I like Chavez, though. You know, we like them action-packed fighters. Bash McClendon say, no press conference, though. That's crazy. No press conference. That's crazy. I don't know why. Well, I guess the fight's selling itself, but I don't know, man. I don't be knowing what be going on with a lot of this stuff. But it'd be good if we see a press conference. It'll be good. But tomorrow night, we got Ken Austin and Floyd Tevin Farmer. That's who we got tomorrow night. And Tevin Farmer been busy too. Yeah, Brooklyn BZ, this is a money grab. He gonna get paid good money for this. What you think? What the outcome gonna be? Stretched out boxing. I think it might not be the early press conference. They might wait until the week of. Wall Street only. What it do? Farmer going to dust him. I agree. I don't see nothing that the kid got, man. I don't see no strong suit. All I see is him being wild and pressing. Kid Austin gonna be all over the place. Tevin Farmer gonna keep that jab in his face. He gonna outbox him. Kid gonna try to close the gap with that wild stuff. But Tevin gonna have an answer for it. Too much experience. Too much experience, man. Wall Street only. They need boxing development. They move everybody too fast these days. Clay Robinson, happy to see Truck get back in the ring. He handled it good. That it's just time to get back to work now, inshallah. Yeah. Gotta take it serious. Let's bring him in, y'all. Y'all already know who he is, a gentleman in the scholar, family man, husband, cat, Doug lover, and a pundit of the sport, always making special guest appearances over here with the Rize podcast, which is well appreciated because he got a life he got to live also, but he enjoy talking about the sport. Let's bring him in, the incomparable, the informidable, the admiration, the one, the only, brother Ant McQueen in the building.
Squeeze, man, you spot on. I'm feeling the same way about that Tevin Farmer fight. And it's like the more I watch Kid Austin, the more I lean towards Tevin Farmer.
Break it down for him. I'm going on mute. You got the floor.
I'm just hoping tomorrow night we see evidence of some work that was put in training camp. Because I think that Kid Austin is talented. You know, he's athletic. He's strong. He's quick. He's explosive. All that good stuff. But as you pointed out, he could be wild at times. Peace, Brooklyn BZ. Peace. He could be wild at times, but even when he's not being wild, just by virtue of his technique, it puts him in shaky position. So yeah. I'm just hoping I see a better Kid Schofield. Hope he's a little bit tighter on the inside. Because I seen that fight that he had with Jerron. There was a moment in that fight, Squeeze, where they were like fighting in the clinch. Jerron hit him with a hook. he turned his back and walked away. I was like, what the hell is he doing? You can't be turning your back in the middle of an exchange. Not in the middle of it. Not in the not while you're on the inside.
Immaturity.
Yeah. Braxton McClendon, I mean, Tev stopped 3 of the last 7 opponents. So I don't know if it's him being at 135. I don't know if he got a new strength and conditioning coach, a new regimen. For whatever reason, he's been punching. And then not only that, but he's dropped 5 of the last 7 guys too. You see, he dropped my guy William Zepeda in the first fight. Dropped him. Had him looking like a bobblehead in the 10th round. In that last fight, in the rematch, damn near dropped him again in the 10th. So we don't know. And I think that my man Tev, he's definitely sharp enough to pull it off. If you run him into some counters,
Yeah.
might have some heat waiting for him. So Kid Austin gotta be on his P's and Q's. He gotta be sharp. I think that is his youth and his athleticism. It could aid him in the fight, but he's got to be measured about it. He's got to be smart about it. Can't be reckless. And once again, I just hope that the technique is on point. I was listening. I was over here eating my dinner, but I was listening, Squeeze, when you mentioned the whole Sean Porter thing, and I couldn't agree more. The difference between Sean Porter and the average pressure fighter is the fact that the guy also had boxing skills, man. Like the guy had good legs. He can box different styles. We've seen him press people. We've seen him box a little bit more, like he did in the fight with Ugas. The fight with Terrence Crawford. So the guy can box. And somebody else said something I thought was very important too, just about development as well. And Tevin Farmer alluded to this in the face-to-face. He was like to go from Rene Giron, which is no disrespect to him because he's a solid fighter in his own regard, but we always say that there's levels. And to say that, it means that there's steps, not just you're just a complete novice and then you're just absolutely elite. There are those steps in between, from going from being a novice to a legitimate prospect to a fringe contender to a contender and then potentially to a champion. Salute, Clay Robinson. And I think from Jerome to Tevin Farmer, that's a big leap. Just as I felt back in February, going from Jerome to Shakur Stevenson would have been a big leap in class, just in terms of. Yeah, well, I agree with you, Bryce McClendon. You do got to fight at some point, but the thing is, that's what matchmaking is for. And that's where activity as well as matchmaking can be a fighter's best friend. But if you're going to fight seldom and then you're going to skip steps, like perfect example, look at what Top Rank is doing with Abdullah Mason. The past 2 years or so, we've seen this dude fighting 4 and 5 times a year. So he's getting that gradual experience. Like the last guy that he was just in there with before Nakatilla, the dude Carlos Anales, that's a dude that's got, experience at the world level. That's a dude that fought Rafael Espinoza to a decision. Espinoza got the decision, but he's been in there with that caliber of fighter. Same thing with Jeremiah Nakatilla. Like Jeremiah Nakatilla has been in there with Shakur Stevenson, Miguel Burchell. He's been in there with Raymond Morataya, Tito Mercado. You know what I mean? So we over here on the Rize podcast, right? We always talk about Gervonta Davis. Look at the fighters that he fought along the way. Cristobal Cruz was a very important developmental fight because Cristobal Cruz was a former champion who had 4 title defenses under his belt.
Mm-hmm.
So then by the time you get to a guy like Pedraza, then you're ready to deal with him. And then you just move and continue to move accordingly. So with Kid Austin, it does feel like he went from a fighting overmatched guys to solid opponents, and now all of a sudden you going in there with a guy like Tevin Farmer who's got several title defenses under his belt. And not only is this guy still a crafty veteran, but he's still competing at a high level too. He hasn't completely faded. You can actually argue that the first Williams Zepeda fight could have won that fight. Same thing with the Raymond Morataya fight if it weren't for a point deduction. So he's not a guy that's been completely phased out. And then we've also seen in the past where guys, hell, we don't even got to go back that far into the past. We can go as far as like last year or so, when my man Beck the Bully got knocked out by Gabe Rosado. So you got to respect these veterans, man, and just take the steps. Take the steps. But I do think that it'll be a good experience for Kid Austin. Regardless of how the fight goes, I think it's on them to assess the fight, review the film, in the event that they lose, because there's a chance that they could win. I mean, this is boxing. Anything can happen. It's the most volatile sport in the world. A guy could be outboxing somebody and get caught with a single shot, and the fight could be over. So. But if it goes the way that I'm expecting it to, which I believe that Tevin Farmer is going to just be just too much class for him, just based on what I've seen. I think he's going to be too much class. There's an opportunity for Kid Schofield, for Kid Austin to grow. I mean, he's only 23 years old, 22 years old. Ain't no shame in that. Got plenty of guys that lost their debuts and came back and won. Bernard Hopkins lost his professional debut. Tevin Farmer lost like 5 of his first 12 fights, turned it around, became a world champion. Lando Solito's another guy, got off to a little shaky start. But I think what happens nowadays is with the promoters, they're thinking about star power. They're thinking about ticket sales and squeezing every dime that they can out of these fighters, opposed to matchmaking them appropriately to develop them. That's why you see a lot of these guys where they end up overmatched early on and then knocking everybody out. And then when they finally step up, you're like, damn, what happened to the guy that was getting 15, 16, 17 consecutive first round knockouts? And then he's struggling with a guy that many people would consider to be a journeyman or a gatekeeper or whatever the case may be. But I think a lot of that has to do with, matchmaking for developmental sake. So I do think it's a big opportunity for both guys. If Tevin Farmer were to get a win over Kid, I keep calling him Kid Schofield, Kid Austin, but yeah, Floyd Schofield, you see where he is right now in the rankings. He's ranked number 2. I can't remember what sanctioning body it is. So I'm gonna do a quick
might be the IBF.
Because I don't want to give y'all no misinformation. It's the WBA. He's ranked number 2 in the WBA right now.
Okay.
Ranked number 2 in the WBA, right? So for Tevin Farmer is ranked 10th. So Tevin Farmer, he's got a lot to gain if he were to get that dub. You know what I'm saying? So this is not a guy that they can take lightly. But also, in the event that they lose, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world losing to a guy like Tevin Farmer, because there would be a lot to learn. A lot to learn. As far as Jake Paul and Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., I was surprised when I seen the condition that Chavez Jr. was in, because he's got somewhat of a reputation for being a guy who likes to enjoy his leisure time. You know what I mean? He likes to indulge in the tree of life, Mary Jane, if you will. So I was surprised to see the condition that he was in, the shape that he was in. And I always thought that he was a solid fighter that could have been far better had he had taken his career a lot more seriously. Because, bro, that fight that he had with Sergio Martinez, he showed a lot of fire and desire, a lot of hustle and muscle in the championship rounds of that fight. I said, where the hell was that the first 10 rounds? So I'm like, yo, this dude could actually fight. But then you see all of the reports that came out over the course of his career about him, not taking the training seriously. He liked to just, lay back, burn his herb and all that. It's like, damn. And then on the flip side, you got his brother Omar Chavez, who was very seriously, and of course his father was a legend. You know what I mean? One of the greatest Mexican fighters of all time. So there was that expectation. But if the shape that he came in for the weigh-in is any indication of the effort that he's going to put forth versus Jake Paul, I think that we're in for a decent fight, provided everything is on the up and up. Not saying that the fix is in or that it's a sham or it's just an absolute money grab, but provided he's in some decent shape, I believe that he could provide Jake Paul with some resistance, because Jake Paul is still a novice. He's still learning on the job. And the way that I feel about Jake Paul, I like what Jake Paul is doing because it's very smart. Ultimately, it's not even about him. It's about the promotional company. But he used his own celebrity that he had from being on Disney, being a big YouTube personality, and he's parlayed that into a career as a boxing promoter. If you see what he's doing with women's boxing, he's snatching everybody up. Amanda Serrano over there. You got Shadeja Green, Savannah Marshall, Elizabeth Ashoba, who I'm very excited about. Young fighter out of Nigeria. She's fantastic. He's doing good things. And then not only that, but also for the prospects. He's got MVP, most valuable promotions, and he's got most valuable prospects. So if you look and you follow the pattern, he stages these big events, these spectacles, and it draws eyes not only to the sport, but also to his platform. Hell, we got Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor headlining at Madison Square Garden in the main room, in the big room, in the big joint, 20,000 seats up in there. And then you got Teofimo Lopez, who was on the precipice of being an undisputed champion. Technically wasn't, because Lomachenko, he gave up the belt and got the franchise and all that other stuff. But this dude was a unified champion, held 3 belts, and they had him fighting in the damn Hulu Theater. 4,000, 5,000 seats. It's adjacent to Madison Square Garden, but it ain't the big room. It ain't the arena. So I think that goes to show what Jake Paul has done, not only in boxing, but for the women specifically. The fact that you're gonna have arguably the biggest women's event in boxing history to date. They're gonna be at Madison Square Garden this summer. Like that's huge. That's phenomenal, man. It's phenomenal. So Jake Paul is doing his big one, as they say, and then also bringing something new to the table as far as having boxing events airing on Netflix. Yeah, that's another thing that's huge. You got to think about how many Netflix subscribers there are. And if you watch the last one with Tyson and Paul, right, it was crashing, something serious. A lot of people were like, damn, my Netflix is crashing. That means a lot of people were tuning in. They were breaking the servers. And then you look at the fighters that were on there: Amanda Serrano, Katie Taylor. We had Bruce Carrington, Shushu, who's a fantastic fighter, one of Senior's favorite up-and-coming fighters. He was on that card, so he got a lot of exposure. They're doing big things, man. So I think it should be a big event overall. I think it should be a big event. Nice turnout for the people that are going to be on there. And once again, tomorrow night, I think it's going to be more of the same. Did you speak about Deontay Wilder, Squeeze?
Yeah. Give us your take on it. We letting you roll. We letting you cook.
In the right headspace. I think that's the one thing that's been a little bit concerning for myself as a Deontay Wilder fan. When I seen him in that fight, I think it might have been the Joseph Park, and I seen him backstage, and Marvin Hagler got that famous quote about the silk sheets. It's hard to get up and work when you're sleeping on silk sheets. My man literally had silk Gucci pajamas on while he was back there getting his hands wrapped. and then they pan over to Joseph Parker's locker room, and he's locked in. He's hitting the mitts with his coach and all that. He got all his he's got his boxing kit on, the trunks, the boots, all that stuff. My man Deontay Wilder's in the other locker room, Gucci pajamas on. I said, hell no, this is not it, D. And then also the way he cried after he knocked out Hellenius.
Yeah.
This is not the same guy that wanted to catch a body once upon a time when he was going against Bermain Stavern. He just didn't have that type of intensity. He didn't have that type of bad intention or the fervor. You know what I mean? We talk about to this day. He ain't had that with him when he was in there with Joseph Parker, or when he was in there with my man Big Bang Zhang. He just looked like he was just too apprehensive to let the right hand go. He couldn't pull the trigger, man. He couldn't pull the trigger. He just could not do it, yo. We got a super chat squeeze, but I'm gonna read this one because it's for me. My man Ralph 707 came through with the 2-piece McNugget. Little color in the chat. Right back at you with another one. And what's a good classic boxing match to watch? Ooh, I got one for you. Yvonne Durrell versus Archie Moore. Archie Moore, I think he got dropped about like 3 times in that fight, if I'm not mistaken, and came back and stopped the guy later on in the fight. Like, he showed a lot of grit, determination, championship character. That's what it's all about. You know, you get dropped several times. Nowadays, guys get dropped several times, and we just gonna have to resign. We might have to just throw the towel in or quit.
Didn't Devin Haney get knocked down a couple of times?
Yeah, he did. He got dropped a couple times, and that's why, me personally, I'm not as tough on Devin Haney as some other people are, because I'm like, man, he got dropped several times, 3 times officially, probably about 6 unofficially, because there were a couple that, if we keeping it a stack, my man Harvey Dock should have ruled him a knockdown, but the man kept getting up and ultimately fought to a split decision. Showed a lot of character in that fight. And as Devin Haney is concerned, I see you got Brian Norman up there versus Devin Haney. I'm hoping that Devin Haney in his next fight, that he could show a little bit more of that character. I'm not saying you're going to just go out there and let the guy club you with a damn left hook and drop you and dribble you up off the canvas like that, but that last fight, he's definitely fighting like he was looking to protect the bag and not looking to inflict some pain. But I also got to put that on Jose Ramirez. Jose Ramirez out there apprehensive as hell, looking like he ain't want to get counted by anything.
Well,
like, bro,
Jose Ramirez, who you putting it on the worst, though? Ramirez, knowing that Devin Haney was ragdolled in his last fight. He's been sitting out over a year. This was an excellent opportunity for Ramirez to regenerate some type of steam in his career by going out there beating a winnable fight in Devin Haney.
That's the flip side of it, Squeeze. That's the flip side of it, because
shit.
After the fight, or I would even say prior to the fight, right? There was a whole lot of talk about how Devin Haney was supposed to smoke this guy, whoopty whoop whoop. But also Jose Ramirez is a championship caliber guy, or at least he was in his prime. I don't know what's going on with him in his past couple performances. The one against Barboza, we spoke about that prior to the fight with Dev, and I was saying to you, said, man, the dude was just looking very, very hesitant to pull the trigger. Like, he just looked like the timing wasn't there. He was very inconsistent with his offense. It was spotty and sporadic, up and down, however you want to say it. But for whatever reason, he just didn't let his hands go like Jose Ramirez of old. Not like the guy that we seen in the fights with opponents like Josh Taylor. Right? And I agree with you. Yo, that would have been a hell of a name to add to the resume. Yeah. Well, he added the name to the resume, but a dub, if he would have got it, if he would have added the name to the resume in winning fashion, that would have been tremendous for Jose Ramirez. Forget about it. He'd be a player at 147, damn near immediately. That would have put him in another, like, oh, this is a resurgence. He's back. But he failed to capture the moment. I agree with you, Brooklyn Beasy, as far as Fury taking something out of Wilder, but I also believe that Wilder took something out of Fury too, man. Like, you seen that third fight, Fury got dropped twice in that fight. There was one right hand that he took. You seen a shockwave go through that man's whole body from the crown of his head down his neck through the rolls on his side. You seen that ripple just go through his body from that right hand. That was a hellacious right hand. I don't even know how the hell Tyson Fury got up from that. Like, that dude, his recuperative powers, they something else. Because we seen this guy get buzzed and dropped in several fights. He got dropped by Steve Cunningham. What's the name? Split him open, split him to the white meat. What's my dog's name? Otto Valim. He got dropped twice by Deontay Wilder in the first fight. That last knockdown in the 12th round, I don't know how he got up. It was like the Undertaker. There was no crawling around on the canvas. He was flat on his back, eyes rolled back, mouth wide open, and just sprung up. That was crazy. He got up like a zombie. The third fight got dropped twice in that one. He got dropped by Francis Ngannou. Remember that early on, like second round. He got dropped in that fight, got back up. What's the name? Had him out on his feet. Alexander Usyk had him out on his feet in the first fight. I think the referee saved him from being stopped, even though, you know, he was languishing on the ropes. So I understand why the ref called the knockdown, but still, he was getting beat from pillar to post, from turnbuckle to turnbuckle. It was bing, 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 bing. Usyk was getting active on him. I'm like, how the hell is Tyson Fury still on his feet? But it might have been the boar meat. Remember, he tested positive for that substance. He said he got some boar meat from a farm somewhere out there in the UK or whatever. So maybe that's what it was. He had some residual boar meat in the system that kept him strong. But yeah, both of them guys, they took a lot out of each other. And then also, I couldn't even imagine Deontay Wilder, just from a preparation standpoint, what he put himself through. Because remember, the first fight, he was only 210, 212. Then the second fight, he put on like 30 pounds of muscle. I don't know why he did that. He looked slow. His legs was shot by the second round. Then he came out with that dumbass costume, the heavy costume. He had the armor on with the glowing eyes and all that. Then he took the mask off. I was like, nah, he ain't looking right. He shouldn't have did it. He put too much muscle on too soon because he didn't look bloated. He didn't look bloated. His body didn't look soft. And we all know Deontay got them little skinny chicken legs. Yeah. It seemed just like his legs couldn't support that upper body. It was just too much muscle. And then in the third fight, he was pretty big, pretty swollen that fight too. And then he did good work early on, first 3 rounds. I love the way he was working the stab to the body, and he was taking steam out of Fury. And by the 5th round, my man was spent.
Wow.
He was gassed. He was in there windmilling after that.
He was done.
He was done. So I could only imagine what the preparation also took out of him too. Just like having to get ready for them fights. Took a whole lot. Physically and mentally. So yeah. But to answer the question, the first question, can Deontay Wilder make a comeback? Possibly, but I believe he gotta be willing to let that hand go. It can't be like that Joseph Parker fight where he was just out there pulling punches. I give Joseph Parker a lot of credit because he did what he was supposed to do with the version of Deontay Wilder that he had in front of him. But you can't be in there just moving around on the back foot and just moving around and having your hand cocked, but you never let it fly. That was frustrating as hell to see. I know some people are going to be excited that he's no longer with Malik.
He was trying to figure it out. That's what he was doing.
Yeah, but I was also...
He was trying to figure out what to do.
it felt like he was trying to figure out whether or not it was okay for him to let that right hand go. Because I'm telling you, if you would have seen the way he looked, I'm not sure if you saw the post-fight press conference after the Hellenius fight. Because Hellenius is his boy. Like him, them guys, they got a relationship. They got a good rapport with one another, former sparring partners. They know each other's family, know each other's kids. But after he knocked Hellenius out in the post-fight press conference, he was crying, like crying tears. He got a family and nobody knows what it's like and this, that, and the third. He was showing a lot of compassion. It was beautiful to see the human side of him. But by the same token, you got to be the bronze bomber. You know what I mean? In order for him to have the success that he wants to have at the championship level. Because if we keeping it a buck, as much as we all love Deontay Wilder, with the limited experience that he had in boxing, getting a late start, hopping off the Budweiser truck to take care of his kid, which is a noble thing, he had the equalizer. That right hand covered a multitude of sins. That's what closed the gap between him and his opponents. Because while they had the skill and the season and the experience, he had that right hand. He had that bomb. I remember when he knocked the dude out, and the guy said, he said, Deontay Wilder's got a right hand like a bedtime story. It'll put you right to sleep. He got to be willing to put people to sleep. You can't be in there pump faking and just cocking the right hand, but you ain't going to let it fly. And then not only after the press conference squeeze, there was another video I seen. I think it might have been Ellie Seckback, right? He went to go see Hellenius in his hotel room and hugged the man for 10 minutes straight and apologized. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And I said, damn, Deontay Wilder, that killer, the dude that to this day, that dude is buried underneath the Gucci pajamas and the Zen lifestyle, you know what I'm saying? And all of this compassion. I'm with you, stretched out boxing. Save it for retirement. It's like if you're gonna be retired, then absolutely be retired. My boy Angelo, shout out to my man Angelo. He always be joking about Deontay Wilder opening up a church after after he boxes. Well, save that for that time. When it's time to retire, then you can be compassionate and you could be you could express the sentient side of your being. But for right now, when you in there with a guy like Joseph Parker, you in there with a guy like Big Bang Zhang or any of these other heavyweights, now is not the time for that. It's not the time for that. I agree, Wall Street. That's what I'm saying. The power is the last thing to go, but you got to be willing to pull a pin on that grenade. You can't just be holding on to it. You got to pull a pin and throw that joint. You know what I'm saying? You can't just be a sniper and just be holding it. You got to be willing to pull the trigger. You can't be what's the movie with Omar Epps? In Too Deep. You can't be Jay Reed. You can't be that guy. Where you got the guy in the sights and in the crosshairs and you can't pull the trigger. You got to do it.
What you got really feel to realize, you gotta it's a mind thing. The body want to react, but the mind not signaling the signal to the body part to move like it should. It's mental, man. With him, it's mental.
1,000%. 1,000%. It really is. So if he can get back to that place, I want to see.
I think I want to throw this jab. I think I should throw this right hand right now. Don't pull it though. Don't pull it. I think it's time for me to flash the jab, then throw it. Don't pull it though. Can't wrap his head around it. I like to see the night, but I don't know, man. I like to give people their credit, but closing arguments, champ.
Closing argument, same thing as always. Small things all things. What's easy to do is also easy not to do. Always appreciate being on here with you, Squeeze.
Always.
And my man Senior, much respect to Mr. All Access, International Senior Cobbs. Man, I'm about to go finish watching these fights. We got another fight going on right now on ESPN. They got that Eye of the Tiger card going on up there in Canada. Pretty decent fight tonight, man. We got Sulecki versus Billy. So this is one of them fights that's gonna have potential championship implications. One of these guys can find themselves getting a title shot after tonight. And Sulecki's been in there with some really good competition. He's been in with Daniel Jacobs. He's been in with what's my man's name? Tall kid at 168. Diego Pacheco. He's got some good experience. He's in his mid-30s, so he's also been in there with Boo Boo. He's been in there with Gabriel Rosado. His last fight was against the dude Akhmadev, who was 23-1. And we know that Billy is a big, strong, musclehead, meathead type of dude. He's big, strong, throw a lot of punches. So it should be an exciting fight. That's the main event over there. And I'm trying to see if I can see what my guy Deontay Wilder is looking like. That's still my guy. I don't care how many fights Deontay Wilder wins or loses. I'm a Deontay Wilder supporter.
Me too.
Till the wheels fall off. That's my guy, the Bronze Bomber.
Yeah. Don't make me no difference neither.
Peace.
All right, champ. Thanks everybody for coming over, man. Love y'all. God bless, man. Like I said, it's been a long week, man. They tried to kill me this week. But thank God I'm here, man. I'm hanging in there. Love y'all. The Walkers, BLK Promise Trash. This third time I signed up and it doesn't work. Wow. On that note, it's the Smoothie King, All Access International, Ant McQueen, Coach Kenny, and Coach Calvin. Right back at y'all with another one. God bless and peace.
Some say you forgive, but don't forget it. Now you know how we do. Lock that back door, don't let no one through. I told Michi in these streets ain't no rules. He say, cuz all this life we ain't put on with this. Yeah. And I understand that this shit wasn't easy, but nigga, we did it. Yeah, yeah. And all them hoes and all them niggas that wasn't fucking with us, then we them niggas. Now we rich now. We got money. I don't give a shit, no. And we did it. Young nigga come up for nothing, now he getting to them riches. And it's the life of a young rich nigga.